friends, welcome back to the Wholesome Witch kitchen and welcome to today's episode. So this is Beltane week, very exciting. So today in the kitchen we are going to be making bannocks for abundance. The energy in the air is infectious. It's a highly anticipated festival in the Wheel of the Year usually. It's one of the 4 Celtic fire festivals and the midpoint between spring and summer, so we're really welcoming the warmer weather, we're welcoming the oncoming summer. If you want to learn more about Beltane itself, the festival, I have linked a couple of my blog posts in the description below, so you can check those out for some more information and ways to celebrate if it's maybe your first year kind of getting into it. But yeah, today we're going to enjoy making these bannocks for abundance. So bannocks are a traditional food for Beltane. They're eaten this time of year to ensure abundance of fertility in the land for the growing season in the coming weeks. Traditionally, they're made with 4 or 5 ingredients, so really few, say oatmeal, butter, some type of fat, milk or buttermilk or water, salt, baking soda. Usually that's it. The recipe we're going to do today is my variation, vegan variation of traditional recipes. So it follows the same basics, but has a little bit of my own preferences thrown in, and of course made vegan. So main properties in the bannocks, again, we're focusing on abundance today. Other properties, grounding, stability, wealth, happiness. So all things that really go with the Beltane festival and season. So if you want to add some extra elements into your space when you make these, I'll go through a few things like I always do. Let's talk about some stones, good stones for abundance and for Beltane season in general. Malachite's really good, also bloodstone, emerald, or ruby. Those are all really good for the energy and for the season. The color green, of course, for abundance and wealth and prosperity. Also, green represents the earth. And then for incense, we could do cinnamon or basil, or sandalwood is also really good. So those are just some, oh, and peppermint. Always gotta mention peppermint. So those are just some extra things you might want to add in your space. And I have all my ingredients behind me here, so I'm going to go through those and then we will get into the process. And remember, if you enjoy the content today, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And if you want some more kitchen witch recipes, inspiration, and recommendations and such, please do check out my Patreon, which is also linked down in the description. Alright, so like I mentioned, the ingredients are really simple here. Let's go through them. We have lemon juice, some cane sugar, I have oat flour, as well as spelt flour, baking soda, salt, I have flora here, vegan butter, I have cashew milk. You can use any plant-based milk you like. And I also have baking powder. Couple of notes. Baking powder is not in most of the online recipes, but I like to have mine fluff up a little bit, and the baking powder is one of the things it does. It helps them rise. So that's just a preference. You can make them without it. They just won't rise up as much as if you use baking powder. Again, that's just a preference. Most of the recipes don't include baking powder. For the lemon juice and the milk, what we do is combine them, and I have them here already, and let them sit so it kind of takes on the same properties as if you were using buttermilk. And okay, those are my notes, that's it. So we're going to mix up our dough, and then we are going to bake them in the oven. So that's another preference of mine. Traditionally, they are fried on the stovetop in a pan, and oftentimes it's just one large bannock, and then you would cut it into like 9 pieces. I like to make small individual ones and bake them in the oven. So again, that's a preference. I will put both options in the blog post, so you can go and read that later, and then you could decide which way you want to do it. Okay, so let's get making our dough. here to cool so I can show you. They're smelling so yummy. I can't wait to try one. So I baked mine for 12 minutes, 10 to 14 minutes is good. I will link the recipe down below with the different variations on how to cook them, baking or frying. So I'm going to try one. They've been cooling for just a couple minutes. These are really best eaten fresh from the oven, but you can always save them for a few days and reheat them later. Have them with a little bit of butter or jam or vegan cream or nut butter, or even just plain. I like them just plain. They're so good. Nice and a little bit soft and fluffy on the inside, a little crispy on the outside. Gonna try not to eat more than one of these. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Happy Beltane. I'll see you next time. Bye.